The way that this empowerment will help you is if you understand first and foremost, okay, whatever's going on, I created this. I want to become aware. So let me explain to you what it is that I'm doing. So the first thing that I do, it takes about an hour. When you get an energy healing from me, you'll get an email with a video link attached. Some of you may have already seen it. But I give you specific instructions on how to align your mind for an hour. It takes about an hour. And you can do it with me. You don't have to do it at the same time I do it. If you do it after I send the energy, it means you go back in time and you align with me. It doesn't matter. You do it before, after, during. It doesn't matter. If you give it to somebody else, I recommend you do the healing for them. You do the meditation for them, sort of by proxy. And here's what happens. The first few minutes, what I do is I empower and put a protective energy around your aura and in your space. This is an understanding of I am responsible for my life. That in and of itself will drive away negative entities because they can't attack you if you are not buying into the idea that something else can do that to you. Once you realize you're doing it to yourself, they will begin to leave. So the first 3 minutes, you say to yourself, I am fully responsible. I've created my existence. Then I go in and I heal the 5 elements. Now, to understand that, I've already talked about the 5 elements are associated with the 5 organs of the body. But let me explain to you what the 5 elements really represent. Ether, air, fire, water, earth. Ether is forgiveness. Air is self-empowerment. Fire is acceptance of others and of yourself. Water is trust and belief that the universe will provide for you. Earth is comprehension and understanding of your role in this world. That's what the 5 elements are. So next I go in and I work with each one of the 5 elements to empower you to have those understandings. If you have any unforgiveness, to forgive those who have harmed you. If you are sad and you feel that something is lacking in your life, you have sadness and disappointment, the understanding that you are fully empowered within yourself and you can release that. The only way that you're sad, and listen, I've gone through it. I lost a soulmate who passed away. And that has been my journey, is to go, you know what? Yes, I was so happy with that person, but I am enough within myself. And then I can mourn and release and let go. The heart center is about love, but when the heart center is out of balance, it means that you do not accept things and people exactly as they are. And the true nature of the heart is compassion, which is seeing people for exactly who they are and having understanding and compassion. And being able to trust that the universe provides. You know, if you are under the impression that you are a victim, it means that you don't believe the universe will provide and protect for you. It means that you are telling the universe, you know, ironically, what you want is to be loved and protected, but when you don't believe that you are taken care of, you are pushing the universe away and telling it to stop loving you and protecting you. And then the 5th element of earth, which is comprehension. And the biggest comprehension you can have is, oh, I see. I've created my life. I see, I understand. Then what I do is I send energy to the 3 centers, starting with the lower self, and then the middle self, and then the upper self. And the lower self is where we have all of our unconscious fears, anxieties, you know, all the feelings that you're not willing or able to look at. So when I go in there, then when you work on that, you say to yourself, I'm willing to become aware. I'm willing to look at the worst possible feelings and things within me. So a lot of feelings might come up. You're thinking, oh, he's going to fix me. Well, maybe the feelings that come up make you feel more frightened and worse. That's a good sign. It means that you're becoming aware of all the things that you have not been looking at in your life. And then we go to the heart center. And this is where your soul lives. And this is where you take full responsibility. And you align yourself with your soul, and you make the determination to make the decision for your soul. This is where the joy comes from. Is this where your soul resides? And then the upper self. The people whose upper selves, whose third eye are open or their crown chakra are open, it doesn't mean that they've had this blissful experience of, oh, I've seen everything. And a lot of people think that's what's going to happen. You're going to be able to see other people's thoughts, and they think their third eye is open because they can read other people's thoughts. Some of the most psychic people I've ever known were the most unconscious, messed up people I've ever seen, and that's why they were psychic. They were psychic because they were seeking to control their environment, and so they learned how to tap into other people's thoughts and feelings. It's one of the most immature things you can do, is try and become a psychic. When your third eye opens and your upper center opens, it means that you become aware that your actions have a dual effect. Your thoughts, it's not so much your thoughts, your intentions, your beliefs, and your assumptions, like, I'm a victim. That's an assumption. I'm not a victim. I'm making the universe understand that. I'm just using that as an example. If you believe you're a victim, that is an assumption. When you do that, those understandings and your actions that you take based on your desires and your feelings, your actions have a ripple effect that affect you and every other being in the universe. And so when your when your third self is aligned, you become aware that you are responsible for all of the actions that you take, and they can have positive and negative impacts on others. And you'll understand that when you work for your highest awareness, you help others, which is why it's always an inside job. Healing others, you first got to heal yourself. So if you're connecting to me, and there was one other one that, I won't get into the details, but I wrote them back and I said, if I had known what your motives were, I wouldn't have done this. Because their motive was to have me go and, heal somebody else for their own selfish desires. It never works. But when you understand that when you heal yourself, you heal others, then you will be focused on your own benefit and your own happiness. You understand that when you work against yourself and you take actions outside of your own alignment, you not only damage yourself, but you damage other people. And you can't have one without the other. That's why it's impossible to go after what makes you happy and harm somebody else. A lot of people avoid going after what makes them happy out of a fear that, they will hurt. I'm being too selfish. I should go and do this for other people. That's very harmful to them and to you, because you're enabling them in their disempowerment, and which is your disempowerment. And you empower yourselves, you empower others. So that's the way to go about this. And if you do that, then there's a lot that can be accomplished. In fact, just that meditation that I send you, the instructions for that meditation, is worth what you're paying for. It's just an added benefit that I'm going to be doing it with you and sending you the energy. So I wanted you to understand what this is. And if you want that, this is for people who want to take control over their life, who want to take responsibility for their life, and want to understand how to empower themselves to create their perfect reality and to evolve. It means you must be willing to take a look at yourself also. If you're not willing to do that, I can't guarantee that this will do anything for you. Okay? So that's it. If you're interested, go to energyhealing.thunderwizard.com, and of course subscribe and hit the bell button, and I'll talk to you guys soon.